This is life, Noah. Writing down what you're going to do before you die. 'Cause that's the plan. You're going to die. What's this? They kiss Madonna. People taking this thing for a joke. Yeah, man, we got a situation here now. We got a situation here now in the UK where it's like the government is doing everything they can to cause problems for the motherfucking people. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like anything, one way or the other, it's like they're after you, right? You know what I'm trying to say? You go into work, then they cut your hours, now you're on a 0-hour contract. So no longer do you get 40 hours a week, you get 20 hours a week. So then you're going to fall behind in your rent payment or your mortgage. You're going to lose your house, you're going to lose a place to live. You're going to end up homeless in the street. Yeah? Or they just don't give the job to British-born people or people who've been in Britain for a long time. They want to give the job to a newcomer, someone who's just coming from Romania or Bulgaria or wherever. You know, an East European or Chinese person. You know what I'm trying to say? So, everyone who's been here now for what? 10 years? 10 years plus? Like now, all the taxes we've paid don't count for anything now. You know what I mean? Just interested in the newcomers. And all you can see now is homeless people in the streets, man. And it's all deliberate. It's like the British people, the English people, the Scottish, the Welsh, now all being sacrificed for the newcomers. And behind this is the bank. And you vote for these politicians, and the politicians don't care about you. What's the point of voting for the politicians? Yeah, conservative, Labour, Liberal, and 75% of the laws be made in Europe, in the EU. That means why are you voting for them when they don't have the power to bring about change? And you got an organization called the Fabian Society, and everything they gonna do to project the agenda is chosen by the leaders, the heads of the Fabian Society. And you could go to their website and see what the projected agenda is. So whatever they come on the TV and say, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, if you vote for us, we're going to do this, it's all lies. Because the projected agenda is already on the website. And all they want to do is climate change and all this kind of stuff. Yeah? And Europe is already in zones. Now, people don't know this. Europe is already in zones. It's already divided up already. It's just they haven't announced that we are now in the United States of Europe. Yeah, Britain is just a state in the EU. Yeah? It's just a state, but the people don't know. They're so stupid. Just busy watching X Factor and Britain's Got Talent and the football match, Arsenal, Liverpool, Rooney, whatever, all this stupid stuff. You try and say anything sensible to them, they won't be interested. They think something's wrong with you. Politics is what governs our lives. But if you try to say to the average British person anything political, they think you're sick. They actually think something's wrong with you. So they give their power to some phony politician. Yeah, like David Cameron. Yeah, David Cameron at university, public school, wherever he went, his nickname was Puff. Because he had some connection to marijuana, to drugs. So a drug dealer, a drug addict, whatever, is now the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Same with Nick Clegg. Yeah? When he was 16, he went somewhere in Germany, started a fire. He's an arsonist. So one of the heads of this country is a drug dealer or has some drug past, yeah, and the other one starts fires in Germany. Now, those are the people who have power over us here. Now, David Cameron now, what is it now? David Cameron is now currently in Israel, yeah. He's currently in Israel on some kind of trip, right? And David Cameron said the other day his bond with Israel is unbreakable. So the head of Britain, yeah, the head of British politics, the Prime Minister of this country says his link with Israel is unbreakable, right? So all his loyalty is with Israel, not with the British people. Is he the Prime Minister of Israel or is he the Prime Minister of Great Britain? His loyalty is supposed to lie with the British people, but he don't give a fuck about the British people. That's why we ain't got no jobs. That's why we can't afford to heat our homes in the winter. Heat or eat. You know what I'm trying to say? They do nothing for the British people, but his loyalty, yeah, lies with Israel. Can you believe this? You know, you people, the British people, got to stop voting for these politicians, man. They don't care about you. They don't have your best interest at heart. So, when David Cameron is in Israel, yeah, who does he meet up with? Yeah, Tony Blair. Now, David Cameron goes to Israel on some kind of maybe peace mission, like he's claiming that they want to get peace with the Palestinians. But whatever David Cameron says, always the opposite happens, right? So David Cameron goes to Israel and he meets Tony Blair, who is some title he's got, yeah? So David Cameron goes to Israel and he meets with a war criminal called Tony Blair, right? So you've got a war criminal who was the ex-leader of this country, and you've got a drug dealer, Puff, who is the current leader. So they got every kind of criminal, in charge of this country, So anyway, these guys are there in Israel carving up some kind of deal, some kind of agreement, whatever, So anyway you look at it, right? If David Cameron says his allegiance to Israel is unbreakable, that means all his loyalty, all his mind, all his heart, all his soul is with Israel. Why isn't his heart and soul with the British people? Why isn't he make sure that old people who paid into the system, can afford to heat their homes, Why isn't he making sure that British-born people can get jobs? Why isn't his loyalty with the British-born people? With the British-born people, we're the ones who vote for him to put him in power. Now he's in power, he doesn't care about us. His loyalty is somewhere else in the Middle East. Thousands and thousands of miles from the British Isles, where he was voted in to be Prime Minister. That's where his loyalty lies, and no loyalty lies with the British people. Now you got British people. Now you got all these shows now on TV. What I call Benefit Britain. All these shows. I don't watch these shows. I hear them talking about it on the radio. So they got some new show now. So apparently some actress or whatever. They went to see some man. He's had a problem. He don't have food. She go out to a supermarket, lift up the dustbin, find him a lot of bread rolls and cakes, and she takes it back for the man to eat. He says, "Where did you get it?" She says, "From the dustbin at the supermarket." Apparently the man started to cry. He can't believe his life has come to this. Now he's got to eat food from a dustbin. They taking a fucking piss, man. You gonna take a man cakes and rolls from a dustbin, yeah? And this all on the TV show, yeah? So everybody who knows him, all his children, all his family, everyone who's ever known him in his life, gonna now know that he's eating food from a dustbin. He's a tramp. He's a homeless person, and that's the plan they have for the British people now. One way or the other, we're all gonna have a bad time. You're either going to be homeless, yeah, or you're going to get cancer, or you're going to get dementia, or you're going to get diabetes, yeah. Whatever the plan they have for us is not good. You know what I'm trying to say? So what's the point of voting for these people? Don't vote for them. That's what we got to do now. The next time the elections come up, don't vote for conservative, right? Don't vote for liberal, right? Don't vote for Labour. Now, you can go and vote UKIP if you like. But I'm sure once UKIP get into power, they're going to be exactly the same as the others. Because once you get in, you sign an agreement. Yeah? And all the loyalty and all the things you pledged to get into power, that's all gone now. That's history. You know? That's just something you say to get in. Now you in, you making deals. Look at Tony Blair. When Tony Blair came in 1997, what was the song? Things Can Only Get Better. Was it this group called D-Ream? Had a song called Things Can Only Get Better. That was Tony Blair's song. Yeah, Tony Blair, he left Islington, he's down the street, him and his wife. Everybody's happy, everybody's crying, everybody thinks they're going to have a good future. Things didn't get better. Things got worse. Now Tony Blair in government, now he carving up deals. Yeah. Motherfucker carving up deals. Now Tony Blair's worth over £100 million. How can you believe this? Yeah, he don't sell records. He don't make movies. Yeah, he didn't invent anything like for internet. He didn't invent anything for computer like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. Yeah, he don't own a railway. He don't own a clothing line. How he make $100 million? He's a criminal. That's how. Documentary on TV about Tony Blair. It was about when the British went to, was it Sierra Leone? I think it was Sierra Leone, yeah. Yeah, so what it was a problem in Sierra Leone, so they went to send the British forces, and basically when the major, the head of the forces that went to Sierra Leone saw the situation, he must have made contact with Tony Blair, and basically what they said is, yeah, we can take this place. It's ours for the taking, yeah? So they done something, yeah? And they took control of the place, and then that's where they started this thing about blood diamonds, which basically means no black people, yeah, in Sierra Leone, yeah, can profit from diamonds. Only white men, yeah, only white men and Jewish people can profit from diamonds. Black people cannot, because if a black person got diamonds, well, then he must have cut off someone's hands to get it. But a white man or a Jewish person can make money from diamonds, yeah? So basically, the documentary clearly showed Tony Blair and the head of this army, the British Army, or Air Force, whoever, yeah? They're clearly showing you, it's just a game, it's just a ruse. They're just having a laugh. Yeah, they're pretending they're going there for a good, decent reason to save people. Really, they're going to see what they can take. Yeah? And it's just like, you know, they cut the deal, they control the country, they done what they've done, and after, they make a documentary boasting about their criminal activities and laughing. That's what they do. And apparently Tony Blair, what he does, in the morning, when he was in Downing Street, he used to throw himself on the floor and be flopping around like a fish. Yeah? Try to evoke the angel of light into his body, into his soul, into his mind. Can you believe that? He's on the floor in front of staff at 10 Downing Street, flopping around on the floor like a fish out of water, trying to evoke the spirit, was it? The angel of light into his body. And the angel of light is another word for the devil, Satan, Lucifer. It's a joke, man. So like I'm trying to say now, whoever, the government don't wish the best for the British people, because one way or the other, by their fruit you will know them. What's happening? Nothing's good happening for British people. You can't afford to pay your rent, you can't afford to pay your mortgage, you ain't got no job, there's no future for the children, yeah? Children now going to start school age 2 and leave age 18. They used to leave age 16. Now they're going to leave age 18. Why are they going to leave age 18? Because there's no jobs for them. You know what I'm trying to say? Now they're talking on the radio now. If you take your children, your flesh and blood children out of school, you're going to face a fine of £60 per person, per parent, and you can go to prison. Now whose children are they? Your children or the government's children? Yeah, they're your children. You know what I'm trying to say? And children now, when the children go into government council care, they always get sexually abused. So you don't want your children in the government's hands, because if you put your children in the government hands, they gonna get sexually abused or end up like some of them motherfuckers on the morning cloud. You know what I'm trying to say? Is it the morning cloud? I think it's the morning cloud, man. This guy, what's his name? Shrimpton. Yeah, Michael Shrimpton. Michael Shrimpton done a documentary on the ex-British Prime Minister called Ted Heath. Check it out. I ain't gonna say too much. It's not me saying this. It's Michael Shrimpton saying this. Not me, Michael Shrimpton. Now check it out on YouTube. Michael Shrimpton exposes Ted Heath. Check it out. 627, Professor 627, and I'm out. Michael Shrimpton, man, check him out. Check him out. Michael Shrimpton.
Lot of homeless, man. More and more coming to this place. It's terrible.